folks, and welcome to Brick Talk TV Live, and welcome to the second stream in our series where we're currently building the Razor Crest from the Mandalorian series. So if you joined me last week, you would have seen us get to this stage of this chassis build. So this is 7 bags in so far, so there's been quite a few technical elements even that come together to make the frame. And we've started to add some other bits and brackets and things around, ready to start to add on the front, around the outside. We've also got the command centre in there really, or the controls, with a few printed tiles and things as well. So we're going to continue the build today. We'll probably do a couple of hours, so we'll try and do sort of another 7 bags or so. There are 19 bags in this first box, and there's 2 boxes if you missed last week in the total set. So we're going to be building this for quite a few streams. There won't be a stream next weekend as I'm away on holiday, but we'll try and do a stream when I come back the following week. So keep an eye on the channel as well for about when the third stream will be coming along for the Razor Crest. So with all that said, let's crack open bag number 8 and get continuing our build for the Razor Crest. So if you remember the end of the stream last week, we started to build out these end elements here, where we're starting to get sort of the rear curve going on down here. So I think we're going to continue building some of these elements right now. Hey Elizabeth, welcome to the stream. Hope you're good. Right, so let's have a look at the instructions then. So first up, we're going to get one of these larger 6x6 plates here, or tiles. We're going to stick on some 1x2 plates with handles on. So we've got 4 of these going on, and they're going to go one stud in from the side and then next to each other in a row. So that was something like this. At the ends, we're going to put some 2x4s, which by the look of it go level with the end of our tile here, and then we're going to stick a 2x8 tan coloured plate right down the centre like this. Then we're going to get 2 1x8 light bluish grey tiles. We're going to add them on top of these 4 studs here that are on each side like that. Then flipping back over again, we're going to get some bright orange 1x3 plates, a couple of those, and some corner plates too in light bluish grey. Where are these hiding? There's one. Okay, they're in that packet. There's one. Where's the other one? Standing upwards. So these are going to go in the middle to start with, either side of our tan coloured 2x8, and then our corner ones are going to go in either side here and here, like that. Then we're going to get another large 6x6 tile, and we're going to add that onto our 2x8 to extend this down here like that. And then we're going to get 4 1x2 with loops on, and then we're going to stick them in pairs with a Technic pin. They're going to go like this. This, and then these are going to snap on either side like so. Then we're going to get another 2 3x4 plates in dark bluish grey. We have another couple of these bright orange 1x3s, and we need a 1x4 plate as well. And we're going to replicate what we did before here. These 2x4s go on just below the loops, and the orange ones go in. There and there, and then our 1x4 finish that section off. Then we're going to get some of these inverted 1x3 tiles. So we get 4 of these, and then we're going to get 6 1x6 plates. 3, 5, 6. And what we're going to do is we're going to run the inverted 1x3s, 2 down each side here, this side, this side, and across the middle here we'll run the 1x6 plates all the way across. And completely fill up that section there like that. Hey Brandon, welcome to the stream with a new name. Hope you're good. Hey Devo, welcome to the stream. Hey, you've done this build already? That's cool. Did you enjoy it? A couple of inverted 1x3s again, and then we've got a 1x2 plate as well, hiding somewhere. And then we've got 3 1x5 plates, 2 for the 1x6, 1x6. Too early for the 1x. We're going to stick the 1x2 in between our 2 loops, just in there. And then like we did the other side, we're going to stick the 1x3 inverted on the edges, and then run the 1x6s down the middle to fill up that cap. Then we've got a couple of 1x1 plates, and then we get a few more 1x2 plates with these clips on. 1, 2, 3, and the clips are going to run one stud over here and then running 3 together, and then our 1x1s just fill in the ends to level that off. Then into those clips we're going to add a rod here like this. It's going to run in just like that. Then we're going to get a 2x6 tile. We're going to get a couple of 2x2 inverted tiles. 1, is it 1? There's 1. And then we get a couple of inverted 2x2 round pieces. A couple of 1x2s here with sliders on, and then a couple of 1x2s with clips on. We'll start with the inverted 2x2. We're going to stick that into the middle of our 2x6 tile, like that. And then either side of that tile we're going to stick these 1x2 with clips on. Then we're going to stick our 1x2 with sliders each end. And then we'll stick our inverted 2x2 rounds on top just to connect those together. That's going to clip into our bar here, and it's going to bend up, form something like that. Then this is going to attach itself to the back somehow. How does that work? Oh, okay, so I think it's on this side. Did I have some removable parts last week? No, I think we're good. So we're going to stick, this is the back door here, so these clips, so these clips we've got running down here, we're going to clip into this here, and then we've got the door here that then can raise up, and I guess that will flip to close that. We'll see how that works. At the moment the instructions just have it hanging down like this, bending up. So then our next port of call is to get one of these and one of these, and we're going to stick these together like that. And then we're going to stick the grey piece into this one, and the black piece into this top one here. A little fiddly. Even more fiddly when you're trying to do it away from you. So those are bits in there, so they're attached now, you can see, making a hinge. This will be one of them. side perhaps. So that's that one. Slide this to the side. Next up we're going to get a longer plate here. So we've got a 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12. I'm going to stick a 1x1 plate on the ends. And then 1x1 plate like this. Stick that on the end, and then we're going to get 5 upward facing bracket pieces. 1, 2, 5, and we also get a single one as well. We'll just run the 5 across here like this, and then we'll end that with the single one at the ends. Then we're going to run another plate across, so a 1x10 plate across the top, and then at the end here we'll stick a 1x2 with a handle piece on. Then we get a tile, so we've got a 1x8 and a 1x4 tile that's going to run across the top of these to make that smooth on top. And then on the side here we're going to stick a 1x4 plate and a 1x1 plate after that. Then we get a couple of 1x4 tiles, and then we've got a curved 1x2 as well. So we stick a 1x4 on first here, then our curved piece, then another 1x4 tile. And if we flip this over this way round, we're going to stick a 1x6 one stud from the end over there like so. Onto that we're going to stick an inverted curved dark bluish grey piece, and also another loop piece that goes on first. And we've got another piece there like that. This is going to go next to the sort of door that we just added. So if we bring this back down again, there's another clip here, and we're going to clip this into there like that, so it's actually moving independently of the other bit. Yeah. And then to attach this we're going to get some Technic pieces. Got some pins with a cross end, some spacers here. Going to stick these cross pieces in all the way through each end like this, then stick our stoppers or spacers on top. And then this is going to go into these two holes here, which are now going to connect. So that pops in there like that. And then we're going to add some sort of tiling to the outside. So we get a couple of 2x6s. We've got a 1x3, a 1x4, and then we've got a quarter tile as well. So the quarter tile is going to sit on this stud here. I'll just rearrange my camera a little here so you can see a bit better. Don't really need to see my keyboard so much, do you? Oh, there you go. See how that does. So we stick that quarter tile in just in there. Then we're going to run the 1x4 tile up. Then have the 1x3 going this way, and then our two 2x6s is going to stick across these two pieces here like that. Then we get another set of 2x6s. We have a trans red 1x1 round, and we've got a couple of sand green 1x2 clips. So next up we're moving down here. We're going to stick a 2x6 hopefully in here, another one on top there. Then we have trans red 1x1 round, and then our green clips. One goes there and one goes the other side there like that. Then we get two curved 1x2s in dark bluish grey. They go on top of those clips we've just added even here. Then we've got a red 2x2 clip, and another curved piece. We get 4 more sand green 1x2s with clips as well. First off, we'll stick these clips under here. Now going upwards like this, and my bearings have me. I'm going to stick this one on these brackets here, and then we do the same with the yellow ones. These clips on here, and then these are going to go on the top here, like that. Then we get some 4x4 tiles. We have an ingot or a bullion bar. We have some 1x3 tan pieces. So we start with the ingot that's going to go down here. Then we're going to run the 4x4 tile. 2 of these going in there. And then either side of this clip piece we've added, we'll add these tan coloured tiles either side. Then we get another one of these gun pieces which we added earlier, so we're going to now rotate the ship round to the other side. I'm guessing we're going to repeat what we did before, so these clip in on the other side. I'm sure that mechanism is squeaky but working, and then we'll do the other side bit again here. So for that we've got the 1x12, we're going to stick a 1x1 plate at the end here, and we've got the 5 facing 1x2 clips and the 1x1. Then we're going to run these all the way down. And on top of that we stick a 1x10 plate that's going to run across the back of the brackets, and then we've got a 1x2 here with a handle that goes on. Then we'll run our 1x8 tile across, and then a 1x4 tile to smooth all that out. And on the side here we've got a 1x4 plate which is going to clip on to the side, and another 1x1 that's going to go on too. Then we have another 1x4 tile here, curved piece here, and another 1x4 tile on there. Then we'll flip this over this way and stick a 1x6 again, one studding from the end across the bottom. Onto that we'll stick a 1x2 with a loop, and then we've got our inverted curved piece going in there. Is going to do the same. So over here we're going to stick this to a clip here, and then we'll get another one of these Technic pieces, these pins with crosses in ends, and then stick our stopper or spacer on the other side, and then we can align these holes up here and clip that into position. And with that done, we'll do the same sort of cladding on the outside. So we get a couple of 2x6s and a 1x4. We have another tan coloured 1x3 and our quarter tile. So the quarter tile is going to go again down this end here. We'll add our 1x4 up here. 1x3 is going across, and then our 2x6s will run next to each other at the top here. Then we get another couple of 2x6s. We've got a sand green clip and a red 1x1 round. And we're going to move across this side. So again, stick our 2x6 in the middle there, and the one on top. And we have our red 1x1 round trans going on there. And we'll stick a 1x2 with a clip downwards and upwards there. And we have some 1x2 curved pieces again. It's going to go on top of our sand green clips. there. More sand green clips again. Got the yellow curved piece again. Stick 2 of those on. It's going to go in the middle over here. And then our other curved piece with clips is going to go on this side. A couple more 1x3s, 4x4s, and an ingot again. And moving over this side, the ingot in here, followed by 1x4, another 1x4, and then our 2 1x3s going on next to that. And that's the end of that bag. So now we'll move on to bag number 9, and I think we might be building the sort of, I want to say the front of the spacecraft, but oh, hang on, how did I end up with a couple of 1x4s? What did I miss? Did I miss some? Let's just double check. One on there, did that. Did that there. 2 there. I did those 2. Okay, I'll go with it. It'll be the first time I've had some extra pieces. So now we'll go on to bag number 9. So start with a 2x6 plate for this one. We're going to get a couple of these 2x2s with curved ends here. Can stick those in the middle, and then we're going to stick another set on top so they double up. Then we've got a Technic pin going in those holes just there on both sides, and onto that we're going to stick a 4x10. Go on the 2 studs at the back like this. We'll flip this over, and then we'll stick a couple of bright green 2x3s just behind this yellow plate, and then we'll stick a 2x3 plate just behind that in the middle. Then we need a 1x2 with the rounded ends. Got a double cheese wedge with a printed set of controls on, and we have a bracket, downward facing bracket piece. We'll flip it upside down, stick our 1x2 in the back, and then we'll stick on the bracket that piece there. That's going to go on that side there like this. On the other side we get another couple of curved pieces, another control printed piece, and another bracket. Do the same, flip the bracket over, stick our 1x2s in the back, and then on our bracket we'll stick this piece that goes next there like that. Flip this back over again, 1x4 plate goes at the end here, and a 1x2 in the middle 2 studs. Either side of those we're going to stick these curved bricks in, and then on the ends of each of those curved bricks we're going to stick a 1x1 plate on as well. Then with that in place we stick some 2x2 modified just behind with studs sticking on, that side and this side, and then in the meantime in that middle section we'll stick a 1x4 tile on to cover that up. Then we're going to get some transparent 2x2 sloped pieces. We're going to add transparent 1x2 and a light bluish grey 1x2 into the base of each of those. They're going to clip on each of the sides there like that. Then we're going to stick a reddish brown 1x6 on each edge. Down the middle we'll stick a 2x6 in black, and then running across the end we'll stick a 1x4 light bluish grey. Then we get a 1x8 here, going to stick a 2x2 on the end, flip it over and stick a 1x1 just in the bottom there like that. This is going to attach here onto our bright orange piece that was sticking out, and then we'll do the same for the other side. Then we're going to get 12 of these curved pieces, 4, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, and then these are going to run across here on top of our reddish brown plate and connect to this piece that we just added, so 6 on each side. Like something like this. I think this is the front of the ship, it's got to be, isn't it? Then we get a 2x2, we're going to stick a hinge insert here. I'm going to stick the other insert piece into that. And then in the front we're going to stick a ingot or bullion bar type piece that's going to go into here. We can then add to this hinge a 2x2 curved piece. There it is. That's going to go onto the hinge piece there and then just angle down like this. And we're going to do 2 of those, so I need to do another one, which I didn't realise. So go back, get a 1x2x2, look there, ingot hinge insert. And it goes on the other side there like that. Then we get another hinge insert piece. Flip this over. This one's going to go on this side there, and then on the other side we're going to stick a laser gun piece through like this. Then we get 4 1x4 plates, and we get a couple of 1x3 plates too, and then we've got a couple of bracket pieces. So we start with a 1x4, we'll stick a 1x3 into the base, another 1x4 on top, and then a panel in between. And it's going to go in this side, and we do the same for the other side. Go on that side, and that panel piece just covers up where the 2x2 slope piece was. Then in the middle we get another 2x2 that's modified here. That's going to sit in the middle here, and then in there we're going to stick a semicircle tile just above like that. Next up we get a couple of 1x4 tiles. We've got these 1x1 and a third pieces. 1x1 tiles too, 1x1 with 2 studs either side, and a couple of jumper tiles here. We start with the jumper tile. We're going to stick our 1x1 and a third in, and another one facing the other way, so the studs are different places, and we're going to add a 1x4 tile each side, Another 1x1 with studs each side with a tile. And then our jumper tile is going to fit on top to give us a column that looks like that. And this is going to sit upside down into that, like there. Then we get our 1x4 plate, a couple of cheese wedges, another bullion bar. I'm going to stick the bullion bar in the middle, and then our 2 cheese wedges facing inwards. They're going to go into the jumper tile downwards like that to give us this sort of shape. Then we get a couple of wheels, handlebar, and a couple of pins here. I'm going to stick the pin in to our wheel with a handlebar. It's the same with the other one. And then these can go in the other side like this. Give us that effect. And then this is going to clip around this side into, let's see if I can lift this up, into these front panel pieces here. So that's going to give us that front edge there like that. Not done with the front yet though, so we've got to build another piece here. So we've got this 2x3 curved piece. We're going to stick 2 black 1x2 handle pieces into the back. Like this. Then we've got these other quarter circle pieces to go into the studs either side. Flip this back over. We're going to stick a Technic pin in there, and then a couple of inverted 2x2 rounds here to make sure that these are connected together. And then this is going to go into some clips that we've got, which you might not be able to see, but if I go upside down, something's fell out. But there's these 2 clips here. I'm going to stick these, hopefully, into there. Push that up a little bit, and that gives us a curvature for the base, so the rocket pack fall off of the 1x1 that it's supposed to be on. See if I can put this back in. Right, so that's that back in. Then we have another couple of control panels and a microphone. Don't think he does karaoke in the Mandalorian, but we're going to stick, by the looks of it, control panel in there. Microphone's going to go in this side, and then next to it on this side we're going to stick another control panel in that side. That's the end of this instruction manual for this one, as you can see. We'll get out of this now. Go back. Now we're on to the second manual, which is just loading up, so let's wait for this to appear. Although, say that, I've still got some tiles here. Double check, did I miss putting these tiles on the front? I think I did. Yeah, so these 1x8s just go down by the side of the ship there like that. Okie doke. So back to the second manual. So yeah, now you can see our next set of instructions. We're going to be building out the ship to look like this. So bags 10 to 14 are going to be involved around that. And then 15 to 19, which actually finishes off this box, is going to be continuing to build out and cover up the rest of the hull of the ship. So on to bag 10, which is going to be one of the sides by the look of it. We'll see if we can get up to bag 10 now. I do want to see if I can get the sort of bag 15, 16 today. In a minute, moving all the parts into the right compartment. So put the first bag into the wrong one. And we do have a sticker, so again, because I'm using the electronic instructions, I haven't opened up the physical manual books, which is where the stickers are, so you just see what we've got. So here's our stickers that are inside, again just to show these are the yellow books that you get, which you're seeing on the screen. So yeah, inside here you can see we've got some detailed stickers. The yellow parts on the outside will be stickers, so it'll be interesting to see if these actually line up. So we start with a wedge piece, not that one, not that one, the one that's going the other way, that one. One of these, we'll stick a 1x8 tile onto that like so. Then we've got one of these 4x4s, going to add that to the base of the tile there. Then we get a 2x6 tile, and this is where our first sticker is going to go, number 3. There's our sticker there, and that's going to run across this way, and then we have a curved piece, which is where that's going to be. Bum, bum, bum. It'll be in there. That goes on the other side like this. Then we'll flip this over. We're going to stick a smaller wedge piece, a white 1x1. This is going to go in here, and then our 1x1 white goes in the bottom there. We flip this back over, we'll get a 3x3 and a 1x3 tile. Going to run that up here, and then we can attach our 3x3 plate into it like this. Get another 1x3 and a 2x6 tile, 2x6 down here. Continue the 1x3 up here, so we've got a mixture of stickers and tiles going on for that. Then we've got a 2x3 and another wedge. These are going under here at the back. Some more tiles here. We need a 1x3 in grey as well, so we're going to stick one there, one there, one of those, and then one of these. And we've got a larger wedge piece here. It's going to cut across, stick onto our tiles there like that. Then we have another 1x2 and another triangle tile. It's going to go one on this side, and on that side, and another one just in there like that. Then we have a 1x4 and a 1x8 dark bluish grey. Stick the 1x4 on here first, and then the 1x8 will come out this side. Then some more tiling, so a 1x2, 1x3, we've got a 2x2 curved, a 2x6 again, another triangle one, and a corner one somewhere. Where's the corner? too many pieces in a small container here. Oh, there it is. Right. So for this we're going to stick a 1x2 on there, then our corner one goes in, and then our 2x2 curved on the end that side. Meanwhile on the other side we're going to run the 2x6 down here, 1x3 there, and the corner one there, triangle one. Then we have a 1x4 plate, and we have a reddish brown 1x3. So I'm going to flip this over, stick our reddish brown on there, and our 1x4 is going to go down this side. Then we've got a 1x8 with a groove in it, a slider one, 2x3, and then we've got two of these with the handles printed in the back. So our first one goes in here, then we stick a 2x3 there, another handle piece, and then we're going to run this piece right across there like that. Then we've got a 2x8 and a 1x3. Our 1x3 goes next to this clip here, and then this 2x8 in black runs down that side. Then we've got a zig or Z shaped piece here and a 2x2. 2x2 goes in there, and our Z piece this side and one that side. One by 3, 1x2 tile. Then we've got some bricks, so 2x4, another 1x1 round. We have a 1x2 with a ball joint connector going in as well, and a 2x4 plate, if I can find one. Here it is. We're going to stick the tile on the 2x4 there, 1x3 there, ball joint there, 1x1 round. We're going to add that on this side. Our 2x4 brick goes on this side. I already put the tile in, so I had too many tiles for that one. Then we're going to get a 1x2 plate and a grill piece. There's a grill piece. Where's that one? Stick those on. Flip that round, we'll stick that in this gap here. Then we're going to build a door that goes into this gap here. So for that we'll get a 1x8. Got this 3x4 here, goes on there. I'm going to stick either side of that some wedge pieces here. One goes this way, one goes this way. Then we'll stick a 3x3 underneath. And then on top of that we're going to add 2x2 tile. And a little triangle one in there. Same on the other side as well. So here's the 2x2. Writing down the bottom, that goes in there. We have a 2x3 going in there, a 1x3 goes in the gap, and then a 1x2 is going to cover two of those studs up just there. Then down the bottom here we're going to get some 2x2 plates, add them in by one stud. Then run 2x3 on this side, one by 4 down here with a 1x1 in just there. Then if we flip this over, we're going to add a couple of 1x2 with loops in. We're also going to add some Technic pins with studs on here. So there's one there. Oh, I've got the wrong colour there. And one this way. They're going on either side there like that, facing each other. And then through that we're going to stick a rod piece. Just going to thread through them like that. Then come over the front again. This time we get some inverted 2x2 circle pieces. We're going to add this loop piece here and a Technic pin there, facing outwards. That's going to sit on that side, and then we'll do the same on the other side, but facing the other way. This one is a grey pin, not a black pin, and that goes on the other corner. Then we get a couple more of these inverted 2x2s rounds, and we have these grey loop pieces. These are going to go into the pins on the other side like this. Then with this open like so, then attach these into the frame. So now we have a door that opens up like that. Put that to the side. We're adding another part of the outside here, so we get this 4x8. Add a 1x3 tile. Do it like this. Then we have a small wedge. That one. One facing the other way. So it's going to go in there. And we've got a 1x4 pen in there, 1x3 there, and then a 1x4 in light bluish grey. Down here. Then we've got our 1x8. Get a couple of more 1x4 tiles. A couple of 1x1 bright ones. A 1x2 bright one. And then we've got 4 light bluish grey ones too. So we'll stick a grey one in here. Let's make these in here. Just put this to line those up, and then we stick a 1x4 at the end. Then a 1x8 goes right across. And that goes in there. Then we need another wedge piece and a 1x4 plate. Add these in here. Then we'll stick a 1x2 tile going across. And then another longer wedge. Have a fun one that's going the right way. This one is going to go into there like this. Then we'll flip this over and we'll get another ball joint connector piece. It's going to go on there like that. We'll stick another inverted 2x2 round, stick that in there, and then a 2x2 inverted curved piece that goes onto our ball joint connector there. Then we get a hinge piece, a black hinge here. Into the base here we're going to stick these two inverted 2x2 round pieces. That's going to sit in here like this. And then with this, like this, you can then add this hinge piece into the bottom here, and then you can see that these ball connectors clip together as well. Then on this back here with this clip here, we're going to get a 3x3, stick a 1x2 in the middle, then we have a 1x4 then on each side, and a 1x2 with a clip in the middle. Then on top we'll stick a 2x3, two of those, and we'll run a 1x3 down the middle. This is then going to clip into the middle there where we stuck the rod earlier. As you can see is the outline of what we've done. So then this is going to clip in upside down like this. We'll go inside, and then we're going to line these clips up here. Like so. That's it so far. I'm not too sure about that. Looks a bit weird, but there you go. Go with it, and then we're going to do the other side. So same again, but reverse. Get a 1x8. Another sticker this time. Stick a 4. Larger wedge here. We go across this way like so. Add another 1x2 over here. There's one of our couple of our triangle tiles inside here. Again on this side. Did I need to put a 1x1 round white piece on this time? Did I forget? I did. Same again on this side. Then we're going to add some more tiling here, so we get a 2x2 curve. We get a 2x6, a 1x2 triangle piece, 1 by 3, and I'm missing a corner tile again. There it is. So we'll put the 2 by 2 slope down here, and our corner tile 1 by 2 on. Then we're going to stick a 1 by 2 here, 2 by 6 there. Oh, no, I thought that was wrong. Already put that 1 by 2 on. Do that again. Take that off. That's better. Push that up. We'll put that on there, and then another corner one on there like that. Then we'll flip this over. Again, 1 by 3 plate there. And a 1 by 4 just goes in that side. Then we've got a 1 by 8 with the groove on, 2 by 3, and again for these pieces with handles on. Run that across there like so, and also add another 1 by 3 on. And we'll run a 2 by 8 all the way down here. Then we get another 2 by 2, a couple more Z-shaped pieces. One's going to go on the end there. One on the end this side. And we need another 1 by 3, a white piece, a tile, a ball joint, 2 by 4 brick, and plates. I'm going to start with a plate. Just going to run across this side, 2 by 4 on this side. And if we flip over again, we're going to stick our 1 by 2 tile and grill in there. Then again, we're going to do the door for this side. So 1 by 8 to start with. And we've got our 3 by 4 going on. Our wedges either side. Three by 3s underneath. Then we'll connect these with some 2 by 2s. Then we've got our triangles going in. Then we use a dark tan coloured tile on this side, and a 1 by 2 there. Another 1 by 2 to cover these top 2 studs again, and then a Clone X. I bought this on the May the 4th sale on the Lego.com. So I'll snap this one up so it's still available. Then we're going to stick some 2 by 3s on here. Going to run a 1 by 4 across the bottom there to give us something like this. Then we'll flip this over again. We've got those 2 1 by 2 inverted with loops pieces. We're going to stick the Technic pins facing each other. And we'll go up here, and we'll put the 4 length rod through again. They thread through this side. Then we'll come back to the front again. We've got the 2 by 2 inverted pieces here. This time we've got the grey loops. This one has the grey pin that goes under on that side, and then on the other side we're going to stick the black pin. And that goes under on this side. Then we do another set again, so we can attach these to the doorway. These go on this side, in there like that, and these go on the other side like this. And again we can bring this in here and just connect these to our frame. There we have the door that now closes snugly again. And again we're going to build the other part that sticks out, so we get this 4x8, stick a 1x3 tile and a wedge piece. And we've got these bright coloured pieces again. Down this side, this one on the other side, going to stick a tile on here. And this wedge goes on here to give us an angle. We'll flip this over and we'll stick another ball joint piece in this side. Again, a 2x2 inverted piece here to connect all those together, and then a 2x2 sloped inverted piece to connect the ball connector. Then we've got our hinges again. Again, stick these inverted 2x2 rounds onto each of these hinges. One goes in here, and this one down here. And I'm off this time. Got it right last time, slightly off this time. Ball joint connectors go in there like that. Then we've got our little piece here that's going to connect again in there. So we get our 3x3, stick a 1x2 in there, some 1x4s each side. 1x2 with a clip, and then we can add these tiles here to the top, and then this will clip into the middle there like that. And this will go, I'll bring back the model in again. Is going to go into those clips there, like that. And I just realised when I did this one, let's see if I can pull it out without snapping everything completely off, is need to do that first. That. So they're in position now. So from the side, we've got some side of the ship that looks like that. So now onto bag 11. You can see we're going to do a bigger section of the ship here by looking at that one. So empty bag 11. Doing the time. I've been going just over an hour now, so we'll try to finish on the next hour, there or thereabouts. See what bag we get up to by then. So here we go, 2x8 straight out the gate, and then we're looking for a 1x3 tile that's going to go at the top. Then we're going to run, if I can find it, a 1x8 plate down at a right angle like this. Then we have a 1x8 tile and a 2x6. I'm going to run the 2x6 down this way, 1x8 by that way. We then get a 2x16 and another 2x8 here, just put that underneath. And then start a bit of cladding here, so we've got a 6x6 and then a 2x6 as well going on. We also then add another couple of 1x8s and run them down the bottom, down there. We then have one of these larger groove pieces. It's going to go onto the end, and then again you've got a 6x6, that's 2x4, and also a 1x1 tile. So another 2x6 goes in that side. We'll get another one as well. We're going to need a sticker on that one, so we'll come back to that. Sticker 1x1, 2x4, and then we get sticker number 7. Sticker number 7's going on like so, and then that's going to go on the end there like that. You might see little pretty lines on that. Then we're going to flip this over this way round, and then we're going to put some reinforcements on. So we've got 4x4 there, 1x8, 1x3, 1x2, 1x3, 2x4, a couple of 2x3s. I think I'm good. Might need another. That is right, yeah. So we have an inverted 1x3 brown piece here. It's going to go on. Then a blue 1x3 going across this way. Then we'll leave a stud out here. Stick a 4x4 going across there. Then we've got 2x3s overlapping this side, as well as a 2x4 there. 1x2 goes on there. And a 1x8 goes across this way. Then we get 5 3x3s in light bluish grey. And then these are going to go all the way across here, and then one on that side. Flipping back round to this side, we're then going to get a 4x4 tile, a 1x3 tile, we've got a 1x2 dark tan somewhere, and we're going to go 1x3, 1x2 there, 4x4 in the middle. Then we get another 2 more of our 3x3 and finish off our plating like that. Then we're going to add some more plates here, so we need another 2x6. We have a couple of 1x8s. We have a 2x3, a 2x4. We have a 1x1, an ingot. I think we're good to go. So we run the 1x8 first down here. Oh, this one. Then we need a 1x3. Then a 2x3 there. Gonna stick a 1x1 in this side. 2x6 across. And an ingot here, a 1x8 here, and a 2x4 there. Again, we'll flip this over again. We want a 2x2, and then our handle piece here, that's going to go in the top there, 2x2 down there. We get another 2x2 plate. We get a 1x2 with a handle, and then a black inverted 2x2 curved piece. I'm going to stick these together. Oops, an inverted one. A normal one later. No, I do need an inverted one. I just made one. Ooh. Get that right. Then that's going to go in next to our handle piece. And we have another inverted 1x3. We'll get a 1x4 in black and a couple more handle pieces. 1x4, inverted piece, handle piece, and then our other handle piece goes in there. Then we get two dark tan 2x6s. We have another 1x2 with a bar going through it. A bright green 1x2. So next up we do this, two ball joint pieces, and then a 2x6 on top. This is going to go one along the top there like that. Then we've got some 2x3 inverted slope pieces. One goes in here and then the other one over here in this gap. Another 2x16, 2x8 and a 2x2. 2x8 goes in first, and our 2x2, and then our 2x16 runs right across. We'll flip this back round, and then we've got some wedges. So one of those, one of these, and one of these. So our first wedge, longer one goes in there, another one in there, and that one in there like that. Then we park that to one side, then we build this brick base wall up. So we start with a 1x4, add that to a 1x8 brick, then we're going to add a longer plate underneath with a 1x1 under here. Then we have a 1x4 here, and then we get another one with a downward facing bar that goes on top. 1x4 on top of that, 1x4 brick, and a 1x1 brick on top of that. Then we get a 2x6, can add a 2x4 into the base. Then we'll stick a couple of ball joint plates here. Then we get these brackets, 3 of them, and run them all the way through like this. It's going to sit at the end here. Another 1x8, a couple of 1x6 plates, and a 1x3 slope. That's just going to run across the top here. And our next section is another slope. It's going to run across 1x4. Then we've got 4 Erling bricks running. 1, 2, 3, 4. And a 1x4 at the ends. And then we do another slope brick, 1x8 brick. Then a single Erling brick goes on top, and a 1x1 brick next to that. So we're building something up like this. And another slope, and just a 1x8 brick this time. Another slope, and it's a 1x4 and a 1x2. Another slope, and that's an Erling brick with a 1x3. Another slope, and a 1x2. and another slope, and on top of that slope we're going to stick a lowly cheese wedge. So we end up with something like this as a triangle. Then into these Erling bricks we're going to stick various things. We've got a grill, 1x1 here, 1x1 round with a pin. We have a roller skate, a 1x1 tile which we'll stick in now into there. Our roller skate goes into this top one. Then here we stick our grill, 1x1 plate on this side, and then the 1x1 round with a pin on that side. And this with this connects here with this ball joint connection down here. That goes in there like that. And then this is going to connect to those sand green clips we stuck on at the start of the session. So this is going to go here, and then this rubber piece, actually, which you can't see, this way. This rubber piece here is where this bar is going to slide into, I'm told. So let's see if we can slide that in there. Those are clipped in there. So we'll raise these up. At the moment we can see the clips are in position. So that's that side. Now we're going to do bag 12, which is basically the same but for the other side of the ship. Hey Peach, welcome to the stream. Hello Adam from Benidorm. So bag 12. Start with a 1x8. I'm going to stick a 2x4 tile in somewhere if I can find it. Going to run across the bottom there of our 1x10. Then we're going to add a 2x8 at a right angle coming down this way. Then we've got more tiles to come. So we have a 1x1, 1x3. Another 2x4 is hiding. A 1x6, and there's the other 2x4. So the 2x4 is going to run down this side. Then we have a 1x3, 1x1 there, and then our 1x6 is going to run across. Then we're going to add a 2x16 as we go down this way, and then we're going to add couple more 1x6 tiles and a 1x1. So these run all the way down here, and then we're going to stick a 1x1 just in the end. Then we have a 6x6, a 2x6 and a bullion bar. 2x6 goes in, then our 6x6, and then our bullion bar again, our one stud goes on that side. We get a couple more 6x6 tiles and 2x6s. Going to need to stick another sticker on here. At this stage we're going to stick a 2x6, 6x6, 2x6, and then our next sticker, which is sticker number 6. going to go one straight. Go roughly on there. It's going to go just on the end there. Then we have again that larger grooved piece. We're going to stick a dark tan tile on this time, and it's going to run underneath that tile we just added. Then we're going to flip this over, get 4x4, 2x4s, a couple of 1x2s, a couple of 2x3s too, and we'll start with 4x4 up here, 2x4 on there, stick a 1x2 plate each side here, 2x3 goes across, and then we have a 2x4 on there. Then we get another 4x4, 1x3 and a 1x2, and then moving over this side we're going to stick on a 4x4 over here, and then the 1x3 across there like that. Then we get 7 3x3s, 4, 7. We have another 2x4, and we have a blue 1x3 as well. So we're starting this end. We'll start with our 2x4, 1x3, and then we'll run the 3x3s all the way across the base by one stud. I'll flip this back over now, and we can add some more tiles. So we have a 1x3 and a 1x1. I'm going to go in this gap here. Then across the bottom we're looking for a 2x3, 2x6. We have a couple of 1x6s, 1x3 and a 1x1. So the 1x3 is going to run across the bottom there. 1x6 goes on, 2x3, 2x6 runs across here, followed by our 1x6 there. Then if we flip this back over, we're going to get another one. We're going to get a 1x1 round red piece. We're going to add that to the bottom corner here, this handle piece. And it's going to sit in the top. Then we're going to get a 1x2 with a bar, 2x2, and an inverted piece. You can add that to the base. It's going to go on the top. And we get a 1x4, inverted 1x3, 2 more handle pieces. And like last time, we stick a 1x4 here. Then our other handle piece, and then our other one goes on this green one here. Then we get 2 2x6 dark tan pieces. We need a couple of ball joint 1x2 pieces. There's the other one. 2x2, another green 1x2, and a 1x2 with a bar running across it. And then on this base one here, we're going to start collecting these tiles, or these plates together. Then we'll add 2x6 over the top. This is then going to go down this side here. And another 2x3 and a sloped 2x3 brick as well, that goes in there. This one goes in there. We get another 2x8, 2x16 and 2x2, and these are going to run right across the middle here. Add some strength, then we come back to the front again, and then we've got some wedges to add on to give us a bit of a sloped feel. Another wedge. So we start off with the 3 length wedge there, and the one here, and our longer one down this side, and then we've got this 3x4 as well going in the end, which I need to add 2x2 under. So again, put that to the side. Now we've got to do that big build out again with a big triangular piece. So 1x8 goes on top of a 1x4 plate. We're going to stick a 1x1 in there, and a 1x12. Need a couple of, need a 1x4 plate first here, and a downward facing bar 1x4 again, and a regular 1x4 plate, 1x4 brick, and a 1x1. Then we get 2x6, 2x4, 3 brackets, and then we're going to go in here like so. It's going to run across the top. Then we've got another 1x8. We get 2 1x6s and a slope brick. So running from this end, the slope, 1x8, and then our 2 1x6s to level us off. Then we have a 1x4. I'm going to stick 4 Erling bricks in next to each other again. Then a 1x4 brick, and then we've got another slope brick. Then we continue, of course, with the slope brick. And it's a 1x8 brick, and it's an Erling brick, and then a 1x1 brick. That's where we got to now. And it's another slope, and then a single 1x8 brick goes right across there to finish that off. Next layer is a slope brick, a 1x4, dark tan 1x1, and a regular one, and then another slope, and an Erling brick, a 1x3 brick goes in next, then a slope and a 1x2 brick. And it's just a slope brick, and then of course our cheese wedge goes right on top. So you've got something like this. Then we're going to add our roller skate into that Erling brick. We just put a regular 1x1 in there. Then we have our grill piece, 1x1 round with a pin, and a regular plate on that side. Then we connect this together. So again, these ball joint connections hopefully go in together like that. And with that done, we do the other side. So we've got the, oh, can't quite see it, you've got the rubber connector here, and then you've got the green clips again. So you're going to just feed the bar in there, and then we've got 1, 2, 3 connections done to this side. Hey Organic Care, welcome to the stream. So now we've got this side done here. So that's the end of bag 12. I'll do a quick wide camera so you can just see the side going on that side. We've got the front done as well, which we did earlier. We've done the same on the other side. So now we'll go into bag. I reckon we'll probably do this bag and maybe 14 today. And that's probably as far as we'll get. Yeah, this is a bit of a, did I say it was out in 20, I want to say 2022 or 23 this set, so it's quite a few years old now. It's been on my wish list for a while. But it was on sale in May the 4th, so I snapped it up then. Right, so first off, need one of these pieces here. I'm going to stick a pin into the centre circle there, and then we get 5 length rods. Where are they hiding? There's one. And there's 2. They go into the cross holes either side there. Ooh, on the back, not on the front. They go either side, here and here. And these are going to connect, which is a bit tricky to show you, to be honest, but let's see what happens if I put this on its side. They're going to go into this here. As I say, to push the bars through. So we'll come back to that. And I'll put this to the side a moment. And then our next action is to get one of these tick shaped pieces. We're going to stick a section pin in there, Technic pin on this side, and another couple of Technic pins, one here, one here. Then we're going to get some pins with studs on. They go in there. Then we get another exact same piece here, and then we're going to connect another one to it. And then on this side we just put in the cross connector here, and then the pins with studs on. 1, 2 and 3. Then we're going to add a 1x1 tile into the middle stud there, and a 1x1 round with the pin on the other side there. Then we have one of these arm pieces that's going to go into the other one, clip in just like that. We'll do the same on the other side. Something like this. Then we're going to get 2 1x2s moulded with a plate, 2 of those, and then we're going to get 2 2x2 curved pieces. See if we can find where they're hiding. There's some inverted ones. I don't need the inverted ones though, I need the regular ones. Those and one of these. So these are going to go on the top to start us off, and then these are going to go into these pins upside down like this. Either side like so. These are going to be part of the landing feet, I guess. That's how the feet are going to look. So this is where it's going to get tricky now to keep the set standing up to show you. So these are going to go in here now, and then we thread. Hopefully, I'll thread these. Bars all the way through there to give us that connection for the legs, and then on the other side we get that same Technic piece with a pin on it, opposite side here to mirror the other side as a connection. So there's one leg on our ship, and then we're going to move on to build something else. So we get a 1x8, stick a couple of 2x2 modifieds in here, and we get a 2x6 on top. On the overlap here we're going to stick a couple of 1x2 plates with handles on. So they go on the ends here, and we'll stick another 2x6 on top with an overlap. Stick some dark tan 1x2 at the ends. Then we get a 2x8 here again, stack that up, and on the end of that we're going to stick some more of these modified 2x2s here. And another one this end, and then we'll stick some 1x2 in black with clips on, facing upwards. And we get a dark tan 1x2, another sloped curved piece here, and a sand green one. The sand green one goes at the front, this one in the middle, and our tan goes there. Hey Ethan, welcome to the stream, hope you're good. And we've got another sand green coloured 1x1 clip somewhere. What else do we need? Need another 1x2 in dark tan. We have a 1x2 plate. Where's this sand green clip? There it is. So the clip goes on here, 1x2 tile over there, and then I'll plate across this way. Then we've got a dark orange 1x1 with a stud on the side, and then a squish brick is behind it, top of our clip like that. Then we're going to add 2x8 over here, stick another dark tan clip on top of our 2 bricks there. Then we've got a 2x4, 1x3 and a cutaway piece here. 1x3 tile on first, cutaway piece, and then 2x4. Then next up we need another dark orange 1x1 with stud on the side. We have a 1x2, one with studs on the side, and one regular dark bluish grey one. And these are going on just the end down here. Then we need an inverted slope piece. It's going to sit on the end of that piece. And we've got lots of pieces. We need a 1x2 clip. We have a corner plate. We have an upward facing bracket. 1x1 plate. Another 1x1 round with a pin. And a flower piece. Start with our corner piece, stick our 1x1 on, and we've got our 1x2s with clips going on. Then we stick another corner plate on top of that, and our bracket piece goes underneath. And then on the outward facing brackets we stick our 1x1 round with a pin and a flower, and that sits on the ends. Then we want a 2x2 plate and another 2x2 with studs on the side this time, like this. Then we'll run a 1x3 plate and a corner plate down here. Then we get a couple of 1x2 dark tans and a medium nugget 1x2 with a clip. Stick these together on this side. A 1x2 with studs on the side. And goes on here. And then on top of that we stick a modified 2x2 with 2 studs. Give us something like this. Then it's a 2x4, 2x3 tile that goes on top. We have another inverted curved piece that goes underneath, and then we can use a 2x3 flag piece on, 2x3 flag piece there. That's going to sit into our clips here and just sit at an angle there at the front. Then we get this larger piece here, 2x12 by my reckoning. We'll stick a 2x3 and a 2x4, a 1x2 and a 2x4 tile on. Flip it over, get a teal coloured 2x3, and then we have a handle piece that goes in to the back of that. That's going to sit into these clips here and face down at an angle there like that. And a 2x8. Gonna whack a 1x2 on here, 2x3, 1x2, and another 2x3. It's going to sit at the top between those two elements there. Then we get a handle piece and just whack a 2x6 onto that at the end. It's going to clip in there to give us a shape like this. Then we get a wedge piece like that. We need another wedge piece that goes like this. We have a 2x3 and a 1x3 tile. We start with the 1x3 tile there, then our longer wedge goes in there. Then we have a 2x3 there, and then our smaller wedge goes underneath. Then we need another 1x3, should have a 2x2 tile, then we've got some smaller wedges, that one, modified 1x4 there, and I need a really small wedge, which isn't that one but is the wrong way, it's this one. And we start with a 1x3 there, 2x2 here, 1x4 modified there, that wedge there, and this one there. Then some more tiles are needed. That and a 2x2. So we stick the angled cutaway piece there. Another one here. And one across there. And this piece, actually, you bring back in our foot. This hole goes. Let's put our foot through the hole. And then this clips in. Clips in underneath. I think that's kind of in. So now we end up with sort of an angled base there where the feet sticks out. I think that's right. We shall find out. Then we've got a bit more of the foot, I think, going on here. So we've got a 2x2 inverted round piece. Stick a 1x2 with 2 clips on top, back to back. 2x2 on top. Then we're going to stick this 3x4 on top. Then we have an inverted curved piece, a 1x2 handle piece onto it. Then we stick another 1x2 handle piece on top, and a dark tan 1x2. 2x3 goes on top here, and a 1x3 here. And then we clip that into the bottom of that side there. Then we get a 1x3, got a dark tan here, and a 1x2 with a double clip goes in next. And then again we clip that together, so you've got three sort of hinges here that can bend. That is going to clip into this bar here on the outside of our leg, it says, I think. And then form on the outside of the leg. At least I think that's what that's doing. So that's that side done, and now I think we're going to just do the same, but for the other side of the ship. So like we did before, we're going to have to get a couple of 5-length rods, our 1x3 here. I'm going to stick our pin into that, stick these all the way through here, and then I can't really show it to you this side, but it's going to get tricky now because of the feet on the other side, but I've clipped that into the bars as you can see on there. So I've kind of got that in there. So now we're going to do the legs. So again we've got these two ticks coming in. First off, cross section in there, and a Technic pin. Technic pin here and here. Then we'll stick 3 red pins just in here. Then we'll stick another one of these tick pieces on. Blue piece outside here. And then these red pins in the middle here. Then we'll stick these 1x1 rounds and a tile on either side. Same pattern as before. And then we'll stick in our arm here with the clip. Then I don't remember doing this on the other side, so I may need to revisit this. Stick these 2 pins on that side, and then we've got our 1x2 with plates in it. And we'll stick our curved pieces in the top. This thing goes in upside down either side. And again, we're going to stick this beginning line here. And if I can line it up, I'll feed through one, and that's through the other. So that's on that side, and when I think of it, I'm going to stick those pins on the other side because I don't remember doing that. So there's the other leg, that's gone in. And of course we'll do the same again with that 1x3 piece. Cover up the rods that have gone through there, and then we'll build the piece that goes around that again. So it's the same as before. Get a 1x8 here, stick a couple of these on. One by two. With the handles on. Should be in this section here. Go. So they go in there, and if we flip this back round, stick that overlapped again, 1x2 down this end, and then 2x8 again. We're going to stick the modified 2x2s each end, and then we've got the 1x2s with clips on. The inverted curve piece at the end, and then again you've got a corner plate, stick our 1x1 on, and we're going to stick our 1x2s with clips on, another corner one, then an upward facing bracket, and a 1x1 round with a pin and a flower, and then these are going to go at the end there. Then we get a 2x2 plate that goes on here, another 2x2 modified somewhere with studs on. Where are you? There you are. That goes on here. Then we got a yellow 1x3, it goes at the back, and then a corner plate goes around this side. Then we get two 1x2s, which we're going to stick some dark tan 1x2s on top of. That goes at the back. We also get a 1x2 with studs on the side, and then this modified 2x2. Then we go into a 2x4 here, get a 2x3 tile, then we've got our curved piece there, then we've got our flag piece that goes on top. It's going to again clip into these handles here and gradually move upwards. Then we've got a longer plate like we did last time, stick some tiles on this. back here we'll stick a teal 2x3 with the handle again, and then like last time clip that into there to give us an angle down. Stick a 2x6 on here and a 2x2 tile. So it's going to go across the top there, and another handle with a 2x6 goes in the end that side. Then we've got these wedges and some more tiles. Stick these tiles on first, and then these wedges clad the outside. Then a modified 1x4, 2x2, a couple of other wedges as well, and a 1x3. Start with 2x2 here. We also have the cutaway piece that's going to need to go on. So stick a 1x3, wedge piece, modified piece, other wedge piece, cutaway piece there, cutaway piece there, 2x2, and then we've got the triangle tile. And then again, like last time, we're going to stick our leg through there. And that can clip into position there. Then we get an inverted 2x2 again. We're going to stick these 1x2s with clips back to back again. This is the outside now of the leg again. Goes there, that goes there. Goes in. Oh, welcome, Giselle. Get this right, my orientation is wrong here. It goes that way. No, it doesn't. Well, so we've got that like this, then that there, and that there. This then clips into there. That's it. So that goes in there. Then we're going to add these pieces to the base. It goes in there. So now we've got this hinge piece again, and then we can attach this to that bar there. And that can sit on the outside of that leg. And that's the end of that bag. I think I will stop there today because my eyes are starting to hurt a little bit. Hey Jan, welcome to the stream. So yeah, we've got this far today. I'll go to the wide camera. You can take it closer. So you can see we've started to put the outside body on now onto the chassis that we built last week. And we've started with the legs on this side. We also finished off the front of the ship there. Got that curved front. And we added up the rear. Again, see on the other side. We've done exactly the same on the other side and started to put some stickers in. So that's where we'll end today. We've got up to bag 14. So we've gone from bag 7 to 14. So we've done sort of 7 bags. So again, just to see it from there, you can see how big this is starting to get now as well. Getting big. So you can join me next time. We'll be picking up from bag 14, moving through. As I said again, there's 19 bags in this box. So by the end of the next stream, we'll be ending the first box and moving to the second box. So we'll be sort of getting close towards the end, but I still think it's probably going to take about another 3 streams or so to get through all of this. And as I said at the start, there won't be a stream next weekend because I'm on holiday. So keep an eye on the channel for when the next stream will be. It'll probably be the week after next, but do keep an eye out to get the exact date of that. As always, if you enjoyed the stream, do hit that like button as well, just so that I know that you enjoy it. And then we'll be continuing this from bag 14 next time. So join me then, and until then, stay safe, and I'll see you next time.